This is probably gonna have some weird like audio, whatever. For some reason, the game was just not getting to where I wanted it to be. But this is it. This is everything. I ended up taking some things out of my build for a number of reasons, and of course, this is a build I'm following, not a build I've created. But hold on, I need to turn these back on because I was messing with some stuff. And this is mainly what I'm going to be using for as long as I know, at least for right now. So these are the two golems I was talking about. These are the auras. There's the charges. I've just added shield charge, so now I can dash around and frost blink, so I can blink around. All right, so this is to get your like second class, your second job, your official way to play the game, your ascendancy. You have to unlock these little checkpoints around the game and collect these coins, and then you put these coins into a ritual like an altar, and then the altar puts you through a test that changes every single day. It's like it's generated differently, and you run these tests by beating a really big boss at the end of like this really big dungeon. But you do this boss in waves, and the boss gets significantly harder per wave. This is for level 33. It's the first starting one. I'm a level 40, so I should be able to do this. Originally, I wasn't doing much damage at all, but I feel like after some gear changes, things have been a little easier. So, let's get into it. It's the mini map. I can make it a big map where I can see everything. I usually keep it on my screen so I can see easier. All right. These are my skills. I'm leveling them up as I go to keep them leveled so I do more damage and I'm more effective. This is just me burning through everything in the area. And the goal is to find where the boss's room is to get to the boss as quick as possible so I can get out of here. There's no real race against any clock or anything. It's just to get out of here, right? Because the closer you actually get to being done, the closer you can to actually using your second class, your ascendancy. So that would be the game plan. These are my potions. I don't have any flasks or tinctures, which are special potions that kind of give you special properties. I just have basic ones for the most part. This is for life. This is for mana. This is a hybrid, so you get both. These two are movement speed, which are a little special, but become pretty common to find in your day-to-day. All right. Yellow enemies that are like glowing yellow, that have like a yellow name and whatnot, are rare enemies. Rare enemies give more EXP and might have the chance of giving you something special. White enemies are common. Blue enemies are magic. We talked about this the other day. Gear is based around the same concept. So the bigger, like the higher the rarity of the enemy, chances are the better stuff you'll get from killing them. You can hover over, see their name is White, Overgrown Colossus, Overgrown Colossus. White enemies, they're usually the easiest to kill. This was a shrine. You always deal critical strikes, meaning instead of hitting my special damage number every so or so whatever on a dice roll, instead I hit it all of the time. Aspirant's Trial is the boss's room. I can click this for current location. I am here. This is going to lead me here because it's connecting to this next one with the green line. As you can see, there's no other potential line possibilities besides backwards, and there's no going backwards because this is the first room. So once I go through this trial and beat this boss, I'll be here, and then I can make my way forward. So it seems like a pretty straightforward trial this go around, but this is like literally like the first trial you run. All right, so the boss's room is always on this door. Take these stairs. He talks to you. Oh, the weary traveler. I've got all this stuff muted. Here he comes through this middle door. These little portals will spawn around, and they'll have new things that'll kind of try to kill you or stop you. The idea is to watch out for his attacks. Sometimes he does things that can hurt like crazy, so you don't want to be exposed to him. How his health bar changed colors at the top. Everything's moving a little fast, I know. But how his health bar changes colors and it's got this little shield over it, it essentially means that he's done. He's died for this round, so you get to go to the next room. Now you can see I'm here. I can either go up or go straight. I don't know what's up and I don't know what's straight, so I have to find these doors to figure it out. And that's essentially like the entire game. I'm gonna put skill points in. Well, a skill point in based off the tree that I'm following, which you cannot see right now. But you can see what it is I'm picking from my options. I'm gonna go here for more life and more mana. Hopefully I don't die fighting this boss. And I get to just use more skills by default. That would be the game plan here. I think that makes me like a level 41. So I'm definitely over leveled for this. But your gear, your gear also plays a big part in this. I almost died there. Hold on. He's got life regen, shocked on ground on death, precision aura, which I believe means he can't miss any of his attacks. I've got the setting on where you can see life bars and mana. These are my minions I was referring to earlier, the yellow ones. Green is your health, blue is your mana. This grade is reserved. So you can see reserved, 396 mana. It's because of my aura. I was telling you about aura. It's these fists. In order to use these fists, they take mana, but they don't just take mana, they hold on to this mana. And for as long as they hold on to this mana, I am incapable of spending it, right? So my total mana is 554, as you can see right here. But I have 396 reserved. You like doing math. So 396 minus 554 gives me 158. And I have 158 mana to use at my disposal to do whatever I want with, which in this case are my debuff skills, which is the curse, my teleport, which is frost blink, my shield dash, which is another travel skill, my flame wall, and which is like a debuff and kind of a damaging skill, and then my glacial cascade, which is my main damaging skill. All right. Here's Aspirant's Trial. If you go straight, you go there. If I didn't want to do the trial and I wanted to do this hidden room, I could look for the other door and take it. But we're going to do the trial because, like I said, you want to kind of get done pretty quickly. Well, I do because, like, I've done this already on plenty of other characters and I just want to get to my second job. You can pay people to take you through all this. I'd rather just face it first and, you know, take it head on, see how strong I actually am. And I can kind of show you the game while I'm doing it. He slammed the ground. There's a lot going on right now. I'm aware. Not meant to overwhelm you. In this case, it's kind of like look where the red lines are and just aim at them in that general direction and just start attacking. It's kind of like a kill everything on screen because everything can hurt you kind of moment, you know? Yeah. I could be fighting them. Sometimes I just run past stuff like this because it's not like a big deal. You're probably wondering why is this green? If I hover my mouse, you can see to the far right, it's gray. Silk gloves, energy shield 22, item level 33, requires level 25, and you also need 39 intelligence. It has 4 blue sockets. They're all linked with a line per socket. Remember, white is common. Common is just a typical drop that you can get anywhere. Sometimes common can be really useful if it has something that you need. It all just depends on what it is you're looking for. In this case, it's got nothing I need because what I have is already stronger. So I'm just going to ignore a lot of stuff. The reason why it's green is because I have a loot filter. A loot filter is something that detects the type of item it is and kind of gears me up for what to expect ahead of time. So for this filter, a lot of green things are usually common, but I'll hover over it just in case anyway. This is a special chest guarded by 3 packs of monsters. It's unidentified. If I click this number, if I click this thing, this scroll, it'll tell me what these monsters have. So right now it's unidentified. If I click it, contains 4 additional items. Contained items have an additional socket, plus 1 chest level and explodes, which probably means I don't want to be anywhere near it when I open it. So I'll open it, I'll run, I'll stand outside this door, and I'll kill everything here. Now, it says contains 4 additional items, but it only dropped the staff, right? Wrong. If you come over and you look, there's a hammer, looks like, right there, coming down like this. I think that's like a dagger right here. Staff's right here. I don't know what the other item is. The reason why it's only showing me the staff is because of my loot filter. It only shows me what it thinks is important for me. And I can judge and pick what I think is important. Like I can set up my own loot filter. I'm kind of following a default one right now. So, yeah, you know, I don't really focus on things that drop. I have a character that's kind of doing okay as far as gear goes. So all my other characters are kind of just rolling with gear that character has picked up or using resources to get themselves gear that could be useful. I can frost blink over that wall. I can shield charge out of the room. Sometimes I shield charge into like certain things and kind of like shield charge in place. It's a little glitch. There are ways around it. I think it mainly happens when I move too fast. You're probably like, hey, why is all this red? It's essentially the floor is lava. As you can see, I lose health slowly. When it's not red anymore, I stop losing health. But my health and my health regeneration is so high right now that I can stand on it and I don't really care if I lose health because there's a pretty good chance I'm not going to die from standing. Not only that, but I also have essentially life leech, which is like life steal, which basically means that as long as I am hitting something, I will get my life back, and my chances of dying are significantly lower as long as I can fight. Iron scaled boots. Iron scale boots, you see they're yellow. There's a yellow enemy in there. You see they're yellow. That means they're rare. They're unidentified. 2 green sockets, a blue socket. The reason why I'm not going to use it is because what I'm wearing right now has everything I need. I don't need a replacement. I'm not looking for one. This is purple. It's a unique. We take those. This loot filter makes really special things purple. So I really do look out for purples. I don't know what this is. It gives me 17 strength and intelligence by default, but I can't wear it until I identify it. Take the scroll, identify it. 34 maximum life, 63 mana, which is crazy. 1 maximum power charge, even crazier. 10% increased mana regeneration rate per power charge, which is pretty good. 84% increased power charge duration, even crazier. 1% of damage is taken from mana before life per power charge. Power charge plays heavy on this, I see. 40% reduced critical strike chance per power charge, which, I guess if your critical strike is high enough, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, that's pretty cool though. Nice that I got that. I don't think I've ever had that before, so I can add it to my collection in case I want to use it for another character. Alright, so this does not say the trial, right? Let's come to here. There's 2 ways I can go. I can go straight or I can go up. If I go up, I go here. If I go here and complete it, I get a key and a cache. I don't want a key and a cache. I want to find a big guy and kill him. So I'm going to look for the other door. These are speed potions. I haven't been using them. If I use them, my character moves quicker by default. It's on a little timer. The timer's at the bottom, but you can also see it wrap around my character like a globe. It'll orbit. See, there it is. Here's the timer down here. I also have a timer up here. Alright. Alright. Gonna come through. Keep the minimap open so I can see where everything is. There's another door. What is that? Alright, that's straight ahead, which means the boss fight is probably going to be right here. So we're going to go through this door and then go straight ahead again, and we'll be done. Alright, beautiful weather we're having, right? You know, with this pouring rain and everything. Blue enemies and yellow enemies give more EXP when you kill them, but if you just want to level up overall, kill everything. It's just because I don't want to, you know, be caught up on all this stuff. I kind of just kill the glowing ones. Sometimes I kill the non-glowing ones depending on my mood. Those green things are bombs that will come and kill you if you stand in place and let them. If you have enough protections, they won't. I don't think I have enough protection, so I'm not risking it. By the way, if you die in this dungeon, you have to start all of this over. So the game plan is please don't die. You can see that'll lead me up here. I don't want that. So it's time to find the other door, right? It could be back here. Okay. They're getting out of hand. They're getting out of control. As you can see, there's a lot of green things on the map, timed cranks and whatnot. Usually these are for puzzles. You finish these puzzles, they either open a door to a place you want to go or need to be, or they give you something special, right? If you're really into the game, you'll probably do them. I'm not in the mood. There it is. Let's run it. Okay. Now, this orange thing indicates a door to the next area. You can see there's a door here as well. Escape path, I think that leads you to the beginning. I'm not going there. We're going to fight the big boss. So everything should start moving now. If you thought there was a lot on screen beforehand, there's going to be much more. When you do the higher level of these, there will be so much more. All right, boss has a basic amount of attacks. He slams on the ground with his hammer like that. He throws out these little green grenades. He kind of just swings on you with the hammer if he's feeling special. He slams the ground, creates an explosion, and he also spins his hammer. And if you get caught in that spin, it's like an insta-kill if you don't have high enough health. We're taking the treasure keys because we get to use them to open special chests after he's dead. These are all the things that he dropped that fits my loot filter. If my loot filter was off, you probably see like so much more here, but we don't need any of that. Okay, cool. Ascendancy chambers. We're in a special room now. Before you are emperor, you are worthy. Before the goddess of justice, you are worthy. Receive our blessings, embrace our gifts, and rise ascendant, for this is the ending that we all deserve. Now you get to choose out of these chests which ones you want to open. I usually open the first few. Let's see what he dropped. A unique potion. I'll take it. It's not going to help me because I have one. It like poisons you. What I use doesn't really benefit from being poisoned. He dropped a helmet and a chest piece, both rare. I don't need them. Open this. Drops a helmet. Drops a cleaver. I don't need this unique cleaver, but a lot of people like to buy unique stuff. So if I can hoard these unique items, I'll be fine. I can sell them. See, I try to open more chests. This chest is locked. A treasure key is required to open it. You go back to do those little missions to get those keys, and that's how you get them. Come to this divine font. The harder the trials you get, the more options you get. So right now you can transform a skill gem to be a random special gem, or you can add 2% quality to a gem. If you add quality to a gem, it boosts that gem's specific whatever, and you can use that to kind of make yourself stronger depending on what gem you're using. Right now my character's blue, so I'll go for a blue gem. I'm not going to use it, but I'll go for one. So I'll take a blue gem, I'll put it here, I'll transform it to a special whatever, I'll craft. They give me 3 options. I get Divine Ire of Holy Lightning, I get Ray Zombie of Slamming, I get Scorching Ray of Emulation. You can read through them and see what they do and use them on a character that you think would be cool. What I'm going to do is see how much these go for on the market. Here is the market. I can't read it. Oh, I guess because you actually have to have one. So I have to go to the other market. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to pick one that looks cool. Channeling draws in energy to repeatedly build up stages of damaging number of enemies when you do so. Release to unleash this energy in a powerful burst around you, maximum 10 stages. Unleash a beam of fire that burns enemies it touches, remaining in a beam. Adding a portion of the beam's damage in stages. Enemies who leave the beam continue to burn. Raise a zombie minion from a corpse, which will follow you and attack enemies with a melee strike. You can raise up to 3. Channeling draws in energy around you, repeatedly build up stages, damaging a number of enemies. When you do so, release this to unleash energy in a powerful burst around you. I'll do the zombies. Yeah, we clicked it, it's highlighted. See? It's highlighted. Confirm. We can take it. Boom. Now I should be able to copy it. I don't know what that Reddit post was. It was probably porn. It's 4C. Will I sell it for 4C? Nope. I'm going to sell it for 5. Prepare to get scammed, baby boy. 5. Boom. All right. We come here. Now we get to pick our class. This is what I was talking about beforehand. Choose your ascendancy class. You will receive 2 skill points for the first time you complete each labyrinth. Like I said, there's like 4 total, so you can have up to 8 total skill points. As you can see, these are all the skill points you can pick per ascendancy on top of your base skill tree that you already have. So you have to pick one. The class that I'm going for right now, the build that I'm going for, uses the Elementalist. So that's what I'll be going. I will pick next. They'll let you read and see things up close and personal. If you change your mind, you can go somewhere else. Pick next. Next. We're going Elementalist. We'll hit Ascend. Congrats, she is now a part of your skill tree. Beforehand, she was not here. This skill tree is connected from all the other characters. This is just where the female witch starts, where the witch starts. I don't know why I said female witch. You can choose to hide this if you don't want it there. You can just see her. Cool artwork. Click here again. All right. Now, so far, here, let me pick the first one. I'm going to be going down this section for the build I'm going. So, +6 to all elemental resistances, which will help me die less to elemental damage and also increases my elemental damage. Mind you, I've been using cold attacks this whole time, so this is going to buff my cold damage and keep me from dying as easily to other elemental damage. Then, summoned golems are immune to elemental damage. That's crazy. 100% increased effect of buffs granted by your golems. That's even crazier. Summoned golems are resummoned 4 seconds after being killed. What is GGG smoking? +2 to maximum number of summoned golems. Holy hell! Yeah, we'll do that. We'll take that. Feed a storm with savage intent, and not even the strongest walls will hold it back. Cool. So basically what this says is the golems that you've seen me summon will not take elemental damage at all, which is huge because a lot of enemies do elemental damage. So they will ignore elemental damage but can still die to stuff like physical damage, attack damage, projectile damage, I'm sure, etc. Chaos damage, etc. Bleed damage. 100% increased effect of buffs granted by your golems. Mind you, as we saw before, the golems give me increased attack speed, increased cast speed, increased life regeneration, increased defenses, increased this, increased that, and it's boosting this by 100%. That is an insane number, okay? Summoned golems are resummoned 4 seconds after being killed. When they die, usually you have to bring them back. This means by default, they will summon themselves. +2 to maximum number of summoned golems. By default, you can only have 1 golem up at a time. With the stuff I was building beforehand, I could have 2. Now I can have 4. So, now I have stone and lightning. Now I can have ice, or I should be able to summon ice. Yep. And I'm supposed to have the flame golem, but my gear is missing an extra piece for flame, which I believe is red. It could be blue. I'm going to go back and check. I think it's red, though. Once you're done, you return back to town. Oh, and how I got here, you can see it's a giant thing on a map. This is Act 3. It's right here. Once you've done it for a character, it should show up on your in general map. There it is right there. But we'll go to Stash. We'll go to Gems. Type in Flame. Sure, it's red. Summon Flame Golem. Yeah. Here we go. I need a red space. Herald of Ash. Shield Charge. Summon Stone. So I need to find something to give me like a red space. So I guess what I'll do is I can only put sockets on certain pieces of gear, like gloves, your weapon, your helmet, your secondary weapon or shield, and your boots, and your armor, of course. So judging by all of this stuff, I'd say I'd want to get an extra red slot in either my helmet or my boots, and probably my boots, because this is all full of blue. I already have 2 blues and 1 red here. This could be an extra red, but the chances of it happening are goofy. Actually, I have a way to make sure that it's an extra red. Let's go to my hideout. Let's go to crafting bench. I'll take it out. I'll take these out. I need 2 reds and a green. Close, close. Oh, here we are. At least 2 red sockets cost 25. Check. I have 19. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here, currency exchange. I want these. I'll trade those. I get 10 for 1. Sure. Trade. Take them. Come here. Let's hope it works. I need 2 red and a green. 2 red sockets. I'm going to cry. Alright. So I have 2 red sockets here. Maybe I can get 1 green. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. Am I smoking crack? Ha! Alright, so we'll do that again. Currency exchange. It's 25 apiece. So it's 25 for 2 guaranteed reds, alright? So let's just do 5 and get 50. I'm sorry? Oh, cancel. Cancel, cancel, cancel. What are we doing? What's the market ratio right now? Oh, I said 5. Who's really getting scammed here? Alright. So we'll come back to the craft. Can we get 2 reds? Oh, yes. I was gonna cry, I'm not gonna lie. Alright. I don't think this supports the golem. It supports the chaos golem, but not the flame golem. So I can put this here and it won't affect this. Cool. So now I can run with, I don't need this chaos here, but he'll just be here for good luck. Flame, stone, ice, lightning, plus all my heralds. And I still have 158 mana left with my ascendancy, shield charge, my frost blink. Pretty crazy, right? Pretty insane. And while all of this is going down, we can read the buffs. Your flame is granting you increased damage by 100%, mind you, and area of effect by 100%. Accuracy and critical strike by 100%. Increase attack speed and cast speed and mana regeneration by 100%. Increase defenses and life regeneration by 100%. I don't know how great 100% is actually going to be, though. I guess only time will tell. But if it is, this area of effect should boost these, alright? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. While all this is going down, though, we can open these. Cool. Putting all this away. I don't know what this is. Probably not going to go for much on the market, but we'll see. 2.4. I'm selling it for 5. Cool. Alright, so, yeah, that's it. That's the game. I am now a 41. I feel pretty strong. Yeah, hope this gave some kind of insight on what it is I'm doing whenever I'm online. I don't know what happened to her. She just disappeared. Alright, that's it for now. Peace.